Hello students. In our previous sessions we have explained the definitions of perfect competition, its features, and last session we have said that there are different approaches to the identification of a firm's equilibrium in the short run and in the long run. In this video we are going to explain the two approaches, total revenue and total cost approach of identifying firms equilibrium under perfect competition, and another approach, MC and MR approach of identifying equilibrium under perfect competition. Before entering into the details of the equilibrium, we need to derive the nature of revenue, AR and MR curves, average revenue and marginal revenue curves of perfect competition. We know that a firm under perfect competition is a price taker, and therefore he is forced to follow the price fixed by the market. In the market, price is fixed by the interaction of demand and supply. Therefore, two points are to be noted. First point, the price which is fixed by the market through interaction of demand and supply is applicable to all the firms in the market. Therefore, the firms is charging a price where the market is fixed and it is determined through the interaction of demand and supply. That is the first point. Second point, a firm is able to sell its entire quantity, the total quantity of production, at the existing market price. Suppose if market price is rupees 5, which is determined through the interaction of demand and supply, the firm can sell the entire quantity produced by the firm at the existing 5 rupees, existing market price. These are the 2 points related with this average revenue analysis. Now we are deriving the average revenue and marginal revenue. Another point related with perfect competition is that if the firm is able to sell its entire quantity at same price, that is first unit and last unit can be sold at same price, the average revenue and marginal revenue will be coincide. That is, average revenue is equal to marginal revenue and it will be coincide and it is parallel to x-axis. Now we are moving to the derivation of the AR and MR curves. In order to derive the AR and MR, we have two segments. We need to have two segments. First segment, demand and supply intersection, and second segment, derivation of AR and MR. On first segment, we are having x-axis and quantity is represented on x-axis, and in second segment we have represented output on x-axis. In first segment on y-axis we have represented price, and in second segment we have represented marginal revenue and average revenue. We have a normal supply curve like this, S, and a normal demand curve D, and this supply curve and demand curve which is applicable to the market, that is the total demand of the market and total supply of the market is represented, and the equilibrium point is identified at point E, where price of the commodity is fixed at OP1 and quantity is fixed at OQ. That means the total quantity produced by all the firms in the market is OQ, and corresponding to OP price we can derive average revenue and marginal revenue in second segment. Here the price which is fixed by the market, that is OP1, is applicable to the firm, and firm is able to sell their entire quantity produced by using this AR and MR. The price which is fixed by the market is applicable to all the firms, and thus price which is fixed by the market is OP1, and we have derived AR and MR in the right side of the diagram. We are using the AR and MR segment of this diagram to derive firm's equilibrium using MC and MR approach. If there is any variations happens in market conditions, that is supply or demand conditions, that will affect market price, which will also be reflected in case of a firm as well. Suppose if a subsidy is given to the firms by the government, then the supply curve will be shifted rightward. That means firms are able to produce more of the commodity at the existing cost condition because government has given a subsidy. Therefore, the supply curve will shift rightward, and automatically new equilibrium will be identified and corresponding price is OP0. This price will be applicable to all the firms as AR and MR, because when there are variations in supply or demand conditions of the market, that will be reflected in price of the market, which is applicable to all the firms in the market. Therefore, market price, which is determined through the interaction of demand and supply, is applicable to the case of firms as well. Now we are moving to the conditions of firms equilibrium. We have already said that there are two approaches, total revenue and total cost approach, and MC and MR approach. Initially we are explaining TR and TC approach, total revenue and total cost approach. There are two diagrams in TR and TC approach, two equilibrium conditions. One is the firm is in equilibrium with maximum profit, and second condition is the firm is in equilibrium with minimum loss. As the first, we are explaining equilibrium with maximum profit. Here we have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we are having output, and on y-axis we are having revenue, cost and profit. Initially we are having a total cost curve. It starts from a positive point of y-axis because we have added fixed cost and variable cost, and therefore this is the total cost curve. And we are having a total revenue curve from the origin, because as output increases, total revenue starts increasing. Therefore, this is the total revenue curve. The vertical distance between TR and TC is the profit of the firm. TR is higher from a particular point, that is TR becomes higher from point A to point B. That means firm starts earning profit from OQ0, OQ1 level of output, and ends its profit at OQ2 level of output. That is, firms can earn profit from OQ1 to OQ2, and profit is maximum when the vertical distance between TC and TR are higher. That is, the point is identified at R1. This is the distance at highest possible distance, and it is identified at OQ0 level of output. And here the difference between total revenue and total cost is the profit, and we can derive a profit curve like this. It is highest at point S, where the firm is earning highest possible profit. Here point A and point B, there are 2 points. At point A, firm starts earning profit, and at point B, firms ends earning profit, and the profit is the maximum at OQ0 level of output. Here point A and B are break even points, that is, total revenue becomes total cost. Therefore, A and point B are break even points of the firm. This is the profit earning condition of a firm using TR and TC. Now we are moving to the loss position or equilibrium with minimum loss. In case of loss, total cost curve and total revenue curve are not intersecting in between each other. That means firms E1 is not able to attain its break even point. We have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we have output, and on y-axis we have revenue, cost and loss. We have a normal total cost curve like this and a total revenue curve like this. This total revenue and total cost curves are not intersecting in between each other, or even not touching in between each other. The vertical distance between TR and TC is the loss, and it is minimum at point R1, and that is identified at OQ0 level of output. Therefore, at OQ0, the loss of the firm is at minimum. Therefore, we can derive a loss curve like this. This is the loss curve. Here, the negative gap between x-axis and loss curve is the minimum at OQ0 level of output, which is Q0S. Therefore, Q0S is the loss of the firm, minimum loss of the firm, and therefore firm is in equilibrium at Q0 level of output. Now we are moving to the equilibrium condition of the firm using MC and MR, marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, MR and MC approach. There are two basic conditions of equilibrium in marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. They are, first one, MR should be equal to MC, that is marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. And second one, marginal cost curve must cut from the MR curve from below. There are various implications to these equilibrium conditions. MR must be equal to MC and MC must cut MR curve from below. There are 2 points of MC and MR intersection. At the first stage, MC is falling and therefore firms is earning profit. Therefore, at the stage of earning profit, a firm is not ready to stop production and therefore they will continue production when until cost increases and it cover marginal revenue. Therefore, the second point is the point of equilibrium, that is MC cut MR from below. Therefore, there are two conditions: MR must be equal to MC and MC curve must cut MR from below. Initially, we are explaining equilibrium. In order to identify equilibrium, we need to draw marginal revenue and marginal cost curve. We know that in case of perfect competition, AR is equal to MR. That means we have already derived it. And we can derive marginal cost curve like this. We can draw marginal cost curve like this. We have 2 points of intersection, R1 and R2. In these two cases, MC is equal to MR. But at the first stage, R1, marginal cost is decreasing. That means firm is earning certain benefits over their cost. And automatically, firm is not having a tendency to stop their production. Therefore, firm will continue production until R2. And at R2, MC is cutting MR curve again. But it is from below. At the initial stage, MC is cutting MR curve from above. It moves from top to bottom. And in the second stage it moves from bottom to top, and therefore MC curve is cutting MR curve from below. Therefore equilibrium condition is OQ2 level of output. Therefore the firm is in equilibrium when MC is equal to MR, and firm is identifying equilibrium at OQ2 level of output in this diagram. In this stage, it is not possible for us to identify whether the firm is earning abnormal profit, normal profit or loss. Therefore, we are going to compare the other conditions also. There are 3 possibilities to a firm in the short run. Short run equilibrium can be identified in 3 possibilities. First one is the firm is earning abnormal profit. Second one is firm is earning normal profit. And third one is the firm is earning loss. Initially, we are identifying abnormal profit and loss positions because in the long run there is existence of normal profit, and therefore we can draw the condition of normal profit to the short run as well as to the long run. Therefore, we are representing here it in the long run only. Therefore, initially we are drawing the equilibrium condition of the firm with abnormal profit. Initially, we have AR and MR. We can draw MC curve, marginal cost curve, and MC is intersecting MR from below at this point E, where equilibrium point is identified. At the point of equilibrium, we are producing OM level of output. Therefore, we have identified the equilibrium condition of the firm by identifying the intersection point of MC and MR, and on the basis of it, we have identified equilibrium output, that is OM. Now we need to check whether the firm is earning abnormal profit or loss. Therefore, in order to calculate the firm, whether the firm is earning abnormal profit or loss, we have to draw average cost curve here. Now we are drawing average cost curve. It is having one condition. It must be falling first and it reaches minimum when it touches MC, and after that it is increasing. That is, The relation between MC and AC is already we have discussed in cost conditions. Therefore MC is intersecting AC is intersecting MC at its lowest minimum point. Now we are drawing average cost curve. Average cost curve must be less than average revenue, but we should follow the formal condition. It reaches minimum when it touches MC and then increases. This is the nature of average cost curve. At OEM level of output, average cost is MS, and the firm is having ME average revenue and MS average cost. Therefore, profit per unit is ES. ES is the profit per unit, and the total profit of the firm is the shaded area PEST. That is, total area PEST is the total abnormal profit of the firm. Per unit profit is SE. Average revenue is ME. Average cost is MS. That is, cost is lower than revenue. Average revenue is ME and average cost is MS. Therefore, cost is lower than revenue, and therefore the firm is earning abnormal profit, supernormal profit. It is also known as supernormal profit. The total supernormal profit enjoyed by the firm is PEST, the shaded area in this diagram. Now we are going to explain the loss position of the firm. Here we have identified equilibrium point by identifying the intersecting point between MC and MR, that is identified at point E. Now we have to draw average cost curve here. This average cost curve is falling above the average revenue. That is, average cost must be higher than average revenue in order to plot loss position. Here average revenue is ME and average cost is MS. Therefore the firm is suffering ES amount of loss. The firm is suffering ES amount of loss, and the total loss suffered by the firm is the shaded area, that is PEST. PEST is the total loss suffered by the firm. Here it is clear that the average cost is higher than average revenue. Therefore the firm is suffering loss. Therefore we have explained two alternative possibilities. Initial possibilities, loss position and abnormal profit position. In the initial case, if a firm is earning abnormal profit, that is average revenue is greater than average cost, we know that there is abnormal profit. If there are few firms earning abnormal profit, or most of the firms are earning abnormal profit, new firms will be attracted to the industry, new firms will be coming to the industry, and automatically the supply of the product will be increased. When supply increases, price of the product will be decreased, and ultimately firms will be earning only normal profit. Here AR is higher than AC, where due to the entry of new firms, average revenue decreases and ultimately it will become equal. That is, firm is earning only normal profit in the long run. Suppose if there is loss, that is AR less than AC, average revenue is less than average cost, we know that firm is suffering loss. But if the firms are suffering loss in the short run, they will adjust their output, and ultimately if they are not in a position to adjust their output, they will leave the industry. That means the number of firms will be shut down or closed down, and automatically ultimately the demand for the, when few firms are leaving the industry, supply of the product will be decreased and price will be increased, and ultimately AR will be equal to AC, and ultimately the firm is earning only normal profit. That means if there are abnormal profit or loss in the short run, there is only one possibility in the long run, that is normal profit. Now we are going to explain the normal profit position of a firm. Here AR must be equal to AC. We have basic conditions of equilibrium, x-axis and y-axis, and output is represented on x-axis and revenue and cost is represented on y-axis. We have a normal equilibrium condition. MC is intersecting MR at point E, where firm is producing OEM level of output. Now we need to draw an average cost curve which is equal to average revenue curve at point E. that is we are drawing an average cost like this. Here E is the equilibrium point. At point E, average revenue is equal to ME, average cost is equal to ME. Therefore marginal cost is also is equal to ME, marginal revenue is also is equal to ME. Therefore marginal revenue is equal to average revenue is equal to average cost is equal to average revenue. This is the condition of a long run equilibrium of a firm under perfect competition. We can draw short run marginal cost and short run marginal revenue here. Thus through this we have explained the two approaches, total revenue approach and total cost approach, first one, and marginal revenue and marginal cost approach as the second one. In total revenue and total cost approach we have explained profit condition and loss position. In MC and MR approach we have explained abnormal profit, loss and normal profit. Here the firm is earning normal profit in the long run.